I'm Nick Voles, and these are my SEO recommendations for the website birthandhealth.com. Pathway to Wellness is a self-described healing center based in Cedar City, Utah. It's basically a medical building with about a dozen different healthcare providers, all offering different services like massage, chiropractic, nutritional, life coaching, psychotherapy, and things like that. Birthandhealth.com was built with Wix, which has a solid technical framework, and the code and UI are clean and modern. On-page and technical SEO options are built into the platform, alongside a number of other helpful features. Wix automatically takes care of SSL certificates, gzip, browser catching, asset minification, and image compression, and this helps to load web pages faster. So from a technical standpoint, this website's doing pretty well. Birthandhealth.com scored 85% on a site audit from SEMrush. However, there are a handful of issues that should be taken care of as soon as possible. 18 pages are missing H1 and meta descriptions and have weak or unoptimized page titles. There's a couple 404s on the site, and these should be redirected to another internal page. 3 pages have slow load times, but this can be overcome by doing file compression on all the images before uploading. And the last issue on the homepage is a mobile viewport has not been set. No, a mobile viewport has been set, but some content doesn't fit within that specified viewport. Basically, it's hard to see the call to action. It's hanging off the screen. So these tasks could be completed pretty quickly. Moving on to written content. Content creation and expansion will be the bulk of the project. This is going to take considerable time and effort. Each page should target for 1 or 2 unique keywords, and the content should try to answer important questions that users might have about the different services they offer. Keywords should be utilized in all page titles, headings, tags, schemas, metas, and throughout the page content. This will strengthen on-page SEO. Each page needs to be comprehensive on a particular subject. It should contain enough information for people to be able to make informed decisions before they make a purchase. Currently, there are pages for each medical professional, but there are no pages for the individual services they offer. There is a general Our Services page, which has a list of the services, but offers no details, and the list is incomplete. Ideally, the Our Services page would have short descriptions for each service, and a link to separate pages with more in-depth information. Some of the blog articles describe a few of their services, but most of the content is pretty thin. These should be expanded to make a more valuable resource for the users. The final content section to work on will be the provider pages. The current format is it's a short biography with the experience and qualifications for a medical provider, some of their personal philosophies, and a short description of the services they offer. Most of these are under 200 words, which is pretty short, so they need more detail to be effective. There is another important problem with all of the provider pages that needs to be fixed right away. The page titles, URLs, and navigation links all have their names and content switched around and mixed up. For example, the link for Sarah Schellers takes you to Reggie Zirkle. The link for Reggie Zirkle takes you to the page for HomeWatch caregivers. And this issue would be confusing for users, makes it difficult to rank in Google for the proper keywords. So the provider pages, the provider pages, service pages, and all other pages on the website should be about 1,000 words each. Right now, most of the pages have a lot of unanswered questions. Another area to consider is internal linking structure. Provider pages should have links to service pages. Service pages should link to the provider pages. And this creates a stable and effective internal linking structure that can increase user engagement, time on the page, clicks, and click-through rate. It'll help Google rank pages better and may increase visibility. The service and provider pages should also link externally to interesting, valuable resources, medical studies, or influencers for each subject. For example, a page for a massage therapist could link to the massage therapy school where they got certified, as well as medical studies showing positive health benefits. Birthandhealth.com has another underutilized asset that would help its SEO using backlink strategy. Several providers have their own personal websites, and so I think each one of these external sites should have a link back to birthandhealth.com. This would give the domain some valuable, relevant, natural backlinks that will impact SEO, search engine rankings, and hopefully drive some traffic back to the pathway to wellness. In conclusion, Cedar City is a relatively small town, and there's only a handful of serious local organic competitors for the kinds of services offered by Pathway to Wellness. Half of these competitors don't have a website at all. They use a combination of Facebook and third-party booking services. The competitors who do have a website are basically in the same situation as birthandhealth.com. They don't really have much of a clue about SEO, and their websites are generally lacking any valuable content or on-page optimization. Some competitors haven't updated their sites in years. Others have serious technical issues or a lack of keyword focus and strategy. If birthandhealth.com was able to take care of the minor technical and navigation issues, this would be a great start. If they follow my content suggestions, creating new pages for services, work on their on-page SEO, go deeper with provider pages, answer questions with the content, and link all the pages together in a natural way, I have no doubt that they could end up ranking highly with any search engine terms targeted. A strategy that combines site content with engaging social media marketing will also help to broaden the brand's organic and social reach and will be essential for a successful SEO campaign.